all these. Hey everyone, Justin here. I wanted to update you guys on what's been going on. Obviously, as you can probably see from my face, I have this syndrome called
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of Viral. I'm your host as always, Ken Diggs here. Glad you can join us here on Viral. Talk about pop singer Justin Bieber announced that he has been diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. Yes, many people know that Ramsay-Hunt syndrome is a rare face paralysis disorder, sort of like Bell palsy, but we'll get to it. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Viral here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribers can. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here as we talk about pop singer Justin Bieber announced and said that he was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. Yes, Justin Bieber was in the news this past week talking about the rare disorder that leaving him his face a little bit half his face with paralysis. Let's get to the latest on what's going on with Justin Bieber and Ramsay-Hunt syndrome.
Hey everyone, Justin here. I wanted to update you guys on what's been going on. Obviously, as you can probably see from my face, I have this syndrome called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, and it is from this virus that attacks the nerve in my ear and my facial nerves and has caused my face to have paralysis. As you can see, this eye is not blinking. I can't smile on this side of my face. This nostril will not move. So there's full paralysis in this side of my face. So for those who are frustrated by my cancellations of the next shows, I'm just physically, obviously not capable of doing them. This is pretty serious, as you can see. I wish this wasn't the case. But obviously my body's telling me I gotta slow down. And I hope you guys understand. And I'll be using this time to just rest and relax and get back to 100% so that I can do what I was born to do. But in the meantime, this ain't it. I gotta go get my rest on so that I can get my face back to where it's supposed to be. I love you guys. Thanks for being patient with me. And I'm gonna get better. And I'm doing all these facial exercises to get my face back to normal.
Sorry, that Ramsay-Hunt syndrome is a small disorder, face paralysis disorder that many people were not aware of. It's a rare disorder. Even Justin Bieber made the announcement on his social media. Justin Bieber had gave a rare glimpse of what he had said. Justin Bieber addressing that he has Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. He had to postpone some of his concerts. We wish Justin the best and want him to get well and fight this disorder if it's possible, if he can, if things manage for the better. Well, let's look at the history. What is Ramsay-Hunt syndrome and how is it prevalent in today's society? This
facial paralysis that can occur from reactivation of a viral infection. Many people will have heard of chickenpox, and chickenpox can reactivation of the virus in the form of shingles, which is a rash on one part of the body. Now, if that rash occurs around the facial nerve, it can cause a sudden onset of facial paralysis, often linked with some pain around the ear or behind the ear. The significant factor here is that usually the people who develop this have some other issue going on at the same time that causes their immune system to be depressed. So they'll either be under a lot of either physical stress or some other illness, or sometimes even emotional stress that can cause people to feel run down. The symptoms that Mr. Bieber has described are classic for facial paralysis. The first thing that people realize is that their eye becomes dry, uncomfortable, can be gritty. An inability to keep fluid or food in the mouth is also something that patients often care about a lot. Just a simple thing like brushing your teeth and trying to spit out the toothpaste can be very difficult if one side of the face is paralyzed. On the video that was shared, I can see that there are signs that there is some early recovery happening. Again, in those areas, it's really important that patients do not try to force the recovery by doing exercises, because they can reinforce the wrong patterns of muscle activation, which can cause long-term problems. A so-called condition called synkinesis, where the muscles become tight. So I see patients who are in the entertainment sector frequently with facial paralysis, and they have this very specific issue because it's their livelihood. We would anticipate overall that patients with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome who receive the appropriate treatment at the right time should receive maybe a 70 to 75% rate of full recovery. Now that is based on the fact of them receiving both steroids and antivirals in a timely manner. Patients who do not receive those have maybe a 50-50 chance of.
Right, we heard a lot about Ramsay-Hunt syndrome with the paralysis. A doctor explaining what the Ramsay-Hunt syndrome is. We got a little insight on Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. It's a real disorder. It's like Bell palsy. Like half of your face is paralyzed and you can't move some of your face, and so on. You function like how you smile or how you laugh and stuff. You kind of get a glimpse. All right, I want to hear what you people had to say out there about Justin Bieber being diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. Let's hear what you people had to say and what people had to say.
Is paralyzed. It's King Asante, and let's talk about it. Recently on Instagram, he posted this video, caption important, please watch, I love you guys and keep me in your prayers.
I have this syndrome called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. It is from this virus that attacks the nerve in my ear, my facial nerves, and has caused my face to have paralysis. As you can see, this eye is not blinking. I can't smile on this side of my face. This nostril will not move. So there's full paralysis in this side of my face. Those who are frustrated by my cancellations of the next shows, just physically, obviously not capable of doing them, I'm gonna get better. It's gonna be okay, and I have hope.
I'm wishing him a speedy recovery. Justin Bieber revealed that
This ain't it.
I love Justin Bieber, and he's suffering facial paralysis.
Ramsay-Hunt syndrome.
Oh my God.
I can't smile on this side of my face. This nostril will not move. So there's full paralysis in this side of my face.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking, especially just after his wife had big health issues too.
I couldn't speak. The right side of my face started drooping. I couldn't get a sentence out.
She had to have a big heart procedure after having that stroke. And so it's like, what's going on? And I'm looking at your guys' comments. So they weren't the ones who got the placebo, apparently. Yeah, so a lot of my audience is wondering if this has to do with whether they got the needle in the arm, and we're going to explore that.
This ain't it.
He made an announcement a couple of days ago that his sickness was getting worse and that he would have to postpone his events in New York, Massachusetts, and Philadelphia. Now the man has found out that he has Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, where half his face is what?
Cause my face to have paralysis. As you can see, this eye is not blinking. I can't smile on this side of my face.
Justin Bieber's situation might be worse than he thought. He made an announcement a couple of days ago that his sickness was getting worse and that he would have to postpone his events in New York, Massachusetts, and Philadelphia. Now the man has found out that he has Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, where half his face is what?
Cause my face to have paralysis. As
situation might be worse than he thought. He made an announcement a couple days ago that his sickness was getting worse and that he would have to postpone his events in New York, Massachusetts, and Philadelphia. Now the man has found out that he has Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, where half his face is what?
Cause my face to have paralysis. As you can see, this eye is not blinking. I can't smile on this side of my face.
Justin Bieber has revealed that half of his face is paralyzed. I'm He Petty, let's get into it. So earlier today, Justin posted a video to Instagram with the caption, "Important, please watch, I love you guys and keep me in your prayers."
I have this syndrome called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, and it is from this virus that attacks the nerve in my ear and my facial nerves and has caused my face to have paralysis. As you can see, this eye is not blinking. I can't smile on this side of my face. This nostril will not move. So there's full paralysis in this side of my face. So for those who are frustrated by my cancellations of the next shows, I'm just physically, obviously not capable of doing them. I'll be using this time to just rest and relax and get back to 100%.
All I want to say is that I hope Justin gets better soon and has a speedy recovery.
Bieber's face could be paralyzed forever, and here's why. If you watch the video, he said that he's being diagnosed with a neurological disorder called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, which was triggered by a virus that he's contracted. And according to Facial Palsy UK, if people who have been diagnosed with this syndrome are given antivirals and steroids within 72 hours of these symptoms appearing, about 70% of the people will experience virtually a full recovery. But even then, there are many people who have been left with permanent facial paralysis. Like this one, for example. Her name is Elizabeth Robinson, and she said that it devastated and changed her life completely when she was diagnosed 7 years ago. Or this woman named Michaela Peterson, who has never been able to move the right side of her face since she was diagnosed, even though she was treated within the first 72 hours. Now in Justin's video, he seemed pretty optimistic that he would make a full recovery, so let's hope so. Justin Bieber.
A lot of you people are overpouring with support for Justin Bieber. That he will get well, he will come back better than ever. Justin Bieber is that a tremendous performer, and we hope Justin Bieber gets all the help he needs to with the Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. Thank you all for watching this edition of Virals. We talk about singer Justin Bieber saying that he was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long. See you next time for another edition